All right, we're here at Montreal Comiccon with Veronica Taylor. You're just like a breath of fresh air when it comes to being so nice.
You are so nice. My gosh, I could stay here forever.
Yes, please.
Could I stay?
You can. Let me ask you. You seem to really, really enjoy doing these shows. You also seem to really enjoy your work. What has kept you at this level of being so enthusiastic still and not kind of like just rolling with the punches and going, ugh? Because you genuinely have a positivity that just exudes. Tell me a bit about that.
My landlord. I have to pay the rent. But I would say this show in particular, coming here to Montreal, it's so wonderful. It's very true that everyone is treated so nicely, from the guests to everyone coming in the door. It's a unique experience, and the joy that you have of putting on the show, it just goes through everything.
Yeah.
So I love coming here. I love the city. Everything about it is wonderful. I love being an actor.
Yeah.
I wanted to be an actor starting when I was 5. And I realized when I got out of grad school, should I have thought about doing something else? And by then it was too late.
Right.
So I do love jumping into the shoes of, or the hooves or whatever of any character I'm playing, and just finding out what makes that character tick. I do a lot of audiobooks, so I get to play all the characters and really weave the whole story. People are wonderful. And when you're an actor, you get to be different people, understand them in a more empathic way. And that's incredibly special. Coming to a show, I get to hear people's stories, give them a hug, and just really connect. It's such an honor.
You mentioned audiobooks. I find nowadays a lot of people are signing up for stuff like Audible. A lot of people are kind of reading, if you will, their books through audiobooks.
Yeah.
That obviously has to do with our attention spans being a little bit harder with our devices and stuff to sit and read a book.
Right.
Do you find that being a part of something like an audiobook will open up a whole other audience for you, that people that might not know you from your other work will go, I listened to that book and you were wonderful?
Most of the time, no one who has found me through audiobooks knows that I do cartoons.
Okay, so it's a whole different,
very much so, but I still get to do a lot of different voices in the book.
Yeah.
It's different, but it's the same.
Okay.
And it's the same as when you're on stage. Sometimes people don't know you do anything else.
Yeah.
So it's just, as long as I'm acting, I'm happy. But we all, as human beings, are storytellers. And so to be able to be paid to tell a story that's so wonderfully written, it's just amazing. It's a great part of my career, for sure.
Lastly, what is the character that you're probably asked the most about?
Ash Ketchum.
Right.
I played Ash in the first 8 seasons.
Yeah.
I think, especially since so many people started watching Pokemon when they were 10, it's something that's just ingrained in them. It's touched them deeply. It's kind of part of who they are. So for me to be like, hey everybody, good to see you. There's something that it just, people light up, and it brings them back to when they were 10. So I kind of think of myself at conventions like the bridge from who you are now back to your youth, your 10-year-oldness, your nostalgia. And so it's kind of cool. I wear that mantle with pride, and I'm so honored to be a part of people's families and their 10-year-oldness.
Yeah.
And nowadays, I have, since Pokemon's been going on forever, I actually have met kids when they were 10 and seen them now with their children.
Wow.
So I can't say enough. It's such an honor.
Let me ask you lastly, for you as a fan, who's
Yes.
been the person that you've met over the years at a show that's just made you go like, oh my God? Or maybe someone that's here this weekend that you're like, I can't believe I might meet them or get to say hi to them.
Well, okay, I'm super huge fan of the Trailer Park Boys.
So to be at a table,
It's amazing.
did you get a chance to say hi?
Yes, and I saw them last weekend at a show, and so I'm a groupie now officially.
Okay, great.
Once I was at New York Comic-Con, and because we're all New Yorkers, I met Peter Fernandez and Corinne Orr, who were Speed Racer and Trixie and Spritle.
Wow.
And I was sitting there. I loved that cartoon.
Yeah.
And I guess in a sense that was early on in my career, and hearing about how they dubbed the show, how they recorded versus how we were recording at the time, it was just so amazing. So I always try to live up to them, actually. And Ash Ketchum is somewhat modeled off of Spritle in Speed Racer. A little. I have that in my head.
Nice.
So,
nice.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Make sure you come check her out this weekend at Montreal Comiccon. Veronica Taylor.
See you all here. I choose you.